Ready.
All right. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. This is Az126, and I'm Corey J, the Arizona Eclectic, and I'm here to show y'all that this state has more to offer than what some of y'all think. This is Az126, a supposedly weekly series where I bring an Arizona artist and we see what's really popping out here. So today, our guest is Damon Logan. What's up, man? What's up? Man? Always good to see you, man. This is a dude straight out of Phoenix, got a story to tell. My bad, slipping on my words a little bit, but tell us about what you do, man.
Man, I'm an artist out here, you know what I'm saying, in Arizona, and just a rapper, man. It's more than just rap, though. I'm just like, it's like more of like an art form I'm trying to bring back to Arizona. I feel like we kind of lost our touch a little bit, so.
I feel it, because it is more than rap, because anybody could just, freestyle when they go out to party. Anybody could just freestyle with their boys and stuff, but to take the dedication out, that takes some commitment. So, how long you been doing this?
For a minute, man. Since I was young. Since I was like probably, I'd say about 8, 9.
8, 9 years old, goddamn.
23 right now, so like, I've been doing it for a minute. I've been writing a lot.
Okay.
Writing a lot,
So, if you could like break it down to like 5-year chunks, like what would you say like the first 5 years from like the high school years to now? Like when you're just starting, where you just like writing raps, just like
it changed, and I fucked up. I'm not since fucking I just thought about it. Not 8, 9 years old, nigga.
You're good.
8 or 9 years old, I was like, I didn't even know what the fuck that shit was. But the difference between like now and like when I used to rap when I was younger, like I don't know, just the content, I'd say. Like I would always like be influenced by like the real like lyrical, kind of like the corny cliche, but like the lyrical miracle type rappers, and like the rappers with substance though. And I think from there, like I've always been influenced by them, but now I just have my own spin on things because I've experienced more, you know what I mean? So like,
yeah,
it's just me putting my own touch on it now. And just like I said, content is the big thing that changed with me. I've always had like kind of like my own style, but just the content's there now.
Now like, cause whenever you listen to any kind of like underground rapper or anything,
yeah,
you listen to his like first stuff and it's real pure, but then you start seeing how he's starting to recognize like his own like personality with it. You know, exactly. I mean, you gotta like fuse your personality with it.
Yeah, and it's all about growth. It's all about growth, and I think that's the biggest thing, to be honest with you. Like with me, like I've grown into like the person I am now, on a like a real life level, and then also like artistically and musically. So like I think that kind of like conveys in my music if you were to listen to my earlier stuff. So from that, yeah, I think it's about growth and stuff like that. And
Who's the first person? I was talking to my brother about a couple questions, and this was a good one for me. Who was the first person, or if you remember like the first song that you listened to that was just like, I could do that, or that's what I want to do? Like, do you remember like an album or anything like that?
And here's where it goes back to me saying like I started when I was 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Bullshit. I would say probably the first records that I was listening to was like some southern records. This is back when like Atlanta was like fucking popping.
Yeah.
So you had all like the Ludacris and shit like that. Now
UGK,
all that shit.
Yeah,
so that kind of got me That shit kind of got me into that. And like T.I., King of the South, that nigga.
Yeah, that's back. That was like 10 years ago, huh? Yeah, like 05, like a little bit before that. Damn. Yeah, man. It's just like, I remember they had a bunch of hits, and they had like those hits that you could play anytime. Like, of course, you had like the Walk It Outs, but it was like during that little phase where everybody was making like those, like kind of like dance songs, like the Chicken Noodle Soups and stuff like that. But you still had people actually making some actual substance out there.
Yeah.
I know. I like music. I like from like the Chicken Noodle Soup song to whatever Fetty Wap singing now. I like the whole Soulja Boy song, but there's always gonna be something different than when you make something catchy than when somebody actually talks about some real shit. When somebody talks about how he's not doing well in school and he's second guessing maybe this school isn't for everybody kind of thing. There's like a difference between when someone's actually talking about shit that's going on at home.
Yeah.
So, music's music to me. Like, I'm always gonna love all types of music, but there's definitely a difference when it breaks down the music lyrically. So back to that, that was a good question my brother had. But as far as like your album artwork, you just sent me your album art or your mixtape cover, or which one is this specifically?
It's gonna be I labeled it as an EP.
Yeah.
Only because it's like it's
the window.
Yeah,
the window.
It's
We're
called
gonna
the
put
window.
this shit on the back right here. Y'all gonna be able to see it.
It's called The Window, and for me it's more than just like an EP.
Yeah.
Because I've been working on it for so long, and I feel like it's just it embodies everything that I've developed into and grown into. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of shows like every stage of my life for the last couple years. It shows everything I've been fucking going through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, more than an EP, it's more of an album. The reason why I don't put the word album there is because I can't sell that shit.
Yeah. You gotta have like
exactly
the labeling and the publishing and stuff like that.
Yeah, but EP or mixtape, whatever you want to call it, but it is.
A lot of people get it popping off an EP and a mixtape.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Pacific Division ever since back in the day.
Yeah.
Since like '08, they had a Fat Boys EP, and I used to play that all the time. Yeah. All the damn time. And then I started listening to them more, and they got their Mania, their GMB, and it's just. Sometimes you need that unfiltered music so people can recognize what it actually is, like what greatness is.
And the crazy thing about Pac Div specifically is like you look at them and they're not as big as you would think they should be, but like they're big enough to make a living on their own or whatever, and not have to like take that money that they're making and split it up and give it to like an A&R or to like a big label.
Because
if
they
could
on
their own.
Big Mims, likewise, those guys are steadily getting better. Be Young, he's always like, it's just constant with him. Like he's always that middleman who's he's never gonna break the song down.
Exactly.
Currency does like a lot of that. Like I saw like how much it costs to have a lot of your favorite artists out for one night at like a club, hotel, something like that. Currency's a lot lower than a lot of people, but I think he likes it that way. So he stays on his level, because Currency to me, he's just like that every guy. That, look, you can do it too. Let me show you how to do it kind of guy. So as far as that part's going, I understand as far as where the EP can get you to that kind of fame, or that level of fame.
Yeah.
So obviously you've been doing this for a while. What's been like the hardest part in like the last 5 years? Have you dropped it off? Have you picked it back up?
I wouldn't say really dropped it off. Like when I make music and stuff like that, I'm always listening to music or whatever. Like always thinking of new ways of not recreating myself, but like I'm always keeping it fresh and like keeping it fresh in my mind and stuff like that, and new ideas and stuff like that. But when I write, I'm getting better at it as far as like writing every day, but sometimes it's like that's where it becomes like too natural for me to force it. Yeah. So like I never put it down, but I'm not always like writing, because if you force it, it's not genuine. So like when I write, typically I'm gonna keep that shit. But like I have a lot of written shit that I won't put out, but
probably like notebooks and stuff. Just
it's crazy, but yeah, like I've never like put it down, dropped it off, but just like getting in the studio, recording and stuff like that. That's probably the biggest big setbacks. Like finding studios. Like right now, I'm driving like an hour probably every week to get to the studio.
And so it's like you got like that commitment. If something breaks down, that's an hour out.
Yeah. So like if my car goes out, man,
I know what you mean. It's like you never put it down, but sometimes it's like you got work. You got other stuff you gotta focus on, but it's still there.
Yeah, there's always gonna be roadblocks, but you just gotta fight through that shit. If that's what you really want to fucking do, it's fucking.
A big thing for me is stand up, and I used to write a lot. Just like they say, always keep like a book with you. Ever since phones came out, I always just type it up on the phone sometimes, just like some random jokes I think about, just stuff like that. But it came to a point where I was like, I'm just writing these because I think they're just like a quick, funny thought. I'm not actually putting any effort into this kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's like the same with like raps. If I was ever freestyling with my friends, I just write something real quick. I wouldn't put any real effort into it. So, writing every day, I could see it becoming like a chore and becoming like it dilutes it, so you don't know like where your best shit is. But yeah, personally, I've never been there. I don't write every day. Like I can't do that kind of thing. So I gotta take like your word for it, kind of thing like that. But I don't know. When did you? Do you got like a team with you or anything like that? You got
I'm not really with a team. I could say like. Just recently, yeah, I guess I could say that, but for the longest time, it's just been me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, that's another setback too. Not a setback, but it's another obstacle kind of. Because like, when you try to do everything on your own, it gets overwhelming sometimes.
It really does.
Hard to stay focused on one thing. So that's the thing. Like, and I was just talking to the big homie about this shit because when you're an artist or when you're trying to do something on your own, and it's like me, like music. I'm trying to rap. If I just want to focus on getting in the studio making songs, I can't really get too far if I'm just doing that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if you're trying to like be a bodybuilder or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what they say, like 90% of it's in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But all you want to do is lift weights.
Yeah.
You like eating too.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
It's that making music, being in the studio. It's a big part of it, but it's low key like 10% of it because you got this great music that you're making, but if you don't market it right, or if you don't have the right team around you, like you said before, or if you're not doing other things around it correctly, that music is going unheard, and you're not touching anybody or spreading it. It's just music that will never get listened to. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's a good way to put it. That's a good perspective of it because it's by that I was looking because I know my brother used to go to school with a homie that you used to know, Q. I forget his real, like Quentin or maybe, goddamn. What is it?
Quentin Dominguez?
Maybe. Did he used to rap too?
Oh, nah.
This dude was a kind of skinnier dude. It was about 5-6 years ago where the dude had like a little afro. He was working on bass with us in the summer hire program.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so like I knew that you guys knew each other from there. I just forget the full name because I know once I get the name. Marquise.
That's my brother.
Marquise is your brother?
That's my fucking brother.
That's your brother?
That's my nigga, man.
Oh, man.
And it's funny you even brought that nigga's name up. When I first started rapping or whatever, I was rapping and doing my thing. It was like shitty raps, of course, but I went to the church since I was little. I've been going to this church, and this dude who rapped, and he also had a studio, and he kind of like took me in, but he also took this other dude in, Marquise. And since we were young, we were like always rapping. And I think that's where I listen to music differently because of him. He was in a rap group or whatever back in Ohio a long time ago or whatever. But he's like the OG. He like kind of, I am who I am now because of him. Like he kind of like shaped and molded me.
He like put you on the game. He taught you how to listen a little differently, kind of thing.
And that's the thing with niggas. They don't like to listen to people. So when you listen and take in that information, it makes a huge difference. So me and Marquise were like homies. Like we've been like super close since like young.
Yeah. And
we were in this rap group called LGK. It was a Christian rap group too. We were cold, man. But yeah, we kind of broke apart or whatever. I got out of that and stuff like that.
Lifetime.
Yeah.
You know,
it's crazy that you brought next thing.
Yeah.
That's my G, man.
He still rap?
He doesn't, but that nigga's nice. He's
still one of those people like when he busts out the freestyle, you're like, damn.
Yeah, you can freestyle his ass off, bro. Like he put me on game too on a lot of shit. So
damn, well,
if
good.
it wasn't for him or that other big homie I told you about, I'd be a piece of shit. Honestly, that'd be terrible.
Damn, yeah, my brother used to tell me about him, how he raps and stuff. I was like, I know this dude from somewhere. And then I remember I caught him with a picture of you. I was like, okay, that's how I know him.
Conquistador, ¿qué onda, wey?
Yeah, send that link his way. Well, you got like if you could say like a couple words to like somebody in high school that just started picking up a pen and writing down, what would it be? Like, what did they teach you that you would be able to like pass on to somebody else?
Just keep at it, keep busting your ass and working towards it. Stay focused and remember where this shit comes from. It's not coming from Drake. It's not coming from Kendrick. It's coming from like OGs. So like, listen to like the other people, study them, study how they write, and then from there, if you can master that, my man, you can master anything.
Study what they study. I remember a little while ago, a long time ago actually. Everything's pretty long ago. Fucking up on my words. I listened to Drake and he said that he used to study Jay-Z stuff. Like he actually used to like write it down, study it bar for bar, like see how the brackets are broken down. That's the thing. Like people have to study who Drake and Kendrick studied. They have to study who Jay-Z and Kanye and Common studied and everything.
Study who they studied.
Yeah.
When you go back, it's crazy. And when you said Drake studied Jay-Z, he also studied Fonte. Mm-hmm. But nobody knows who Fonte is because
little brother.
Exactly. But nobody knows that because he's grown and like created his own lane. Or Elzai, I think it's Elzai. He used to study from Slum.
Okay, so it's just like
it's one of them. But like if you look at them,
East Coast, North Carolina area kind of stuff like that.
Yeah. But like that's real OG stuff, but that's really authentic. Mm-hmm. So if you study really authentic stuff, that stuff that hasn't been diluted or watered down, like you can't really study a Drake and want to be like Drake because it's his own style. But if you study something that's very authentic, you can create your own style.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. If you learn the basics, you can do whatever you want. I used
to listen to a lot of Slim Village. There's a lot of Fontaine, a little brother in there, and it's just like they got that chill music that you can listen to, and you kind of internalize it. You think more about your life. You start thinking about decisions, things going on, and I think people need that bass because after they have that bass, they can. And I guess they get enough popularity. They can just say whatever words sound nice because they'll get the cash going in. It'll go on the radio anyway. But
and that all comes down to those same guys. Those guys are intelligent because they don't have to say much. That's another part. If you look at it, they don't have to say much, but they're still popping because music is again 10% of it. So if you can market yourself right, if you learn the tools of the trade, like if you learn how to say what you want to say, you can say whatever you want.
Do you think a lot of people on the radio? They're a lot better, but since they're on the radio, they just give out generic, like...
Kind of. I can't knock anything. Like, Sincerely Collins, for instance. He's not bad. Then you got somebody like Sincerely... Like, if I say Sincerely Collins, but you got another artist out here that's local, I'm not going to really throw shade or fucking talk shit about nobody, but Sincerely's dope, right?
Yeah.
But you got a lot of other artists that are local that are on the radio without saying anything, but they got a really catchy.
They got the nice beat. They got the catchy hook. They got the just catchy flow, but no substance. And
it goes back to the audience.
Yeah, it's all music. Like it's all music. We're not saying like one music's better than the other, but yeah, it is the audience. It's like sometimes you gotta cater to your audience, where a lot of people lose themselves. Like a lot of people, that's why they become like one-hit wonders because they're making something with substance, and then they find out the catchy stuff is where the money's at, and so they just try to make more catchy stuff and just fall off from there.
Because it's all a fad, man. It's all terrible. Because like I was listening to the radio, which is rare, but I was listening to the radio. He has a song out, Sincerely. He has a song out. It's pretty good. It's on the radio right now. It gets a lot of spins. But I was listening to like some Young Arizona thing. I don't know what it was, but
I heard of it.
They premiered another one of the songs that was like really dense, and it was like really like it was really fucking good. Like it was a great song, but I hadn't heard it since.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it wasn't catchy enough. Listeners don't
to put it on the actual.
Exactly.
That's the thing that I wanted to do with this show, because being an Arizona artist, there's like going back to like Young AZ, I know this dude puts out a lot of music because I do follow him on Twitter, and I followed him way before I knew he was a rapper. It was just like somehow, someone just ends up on your timeline.
Yeah.
But I know a couple of Arizona artists when they are on the radio, it's like 10 p.m. at night. It's like at 11 p.m. at night where they're not really going to get the listens. They're not really going to get the head nods or stuff. So this show is just it's going to be with, of course, all the social link bullshit, the Twitter, the Facebook, and all that. But I'm looking to make a website so that when somebody from the outside looking in is coming in, they could be like, okay, where are the rappers at? Okay, we got 3 rappers right here that I liked their interviews. Where are the artists at? We got a painter right here. Where's the animator at? Well, this dude does voiceover work right here. I want all that to be on the website, because like if you get on the radio and you're on the radio at 10 p.m. and only 3 people listen, they're not going to carry that over to the next day. I want to have something that people can have confidence in, that okay, if I don't have anything, at least I have my face over here so people can find me.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest mission with my show.
Yeah, it's about creating your own lane too, because like people out here, we rely so much on the radio and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, like my music will never fucking, I don't say about never, but I think the chances of my music reaching like the drive home or the drive to work in the morning radio is slim to none right now, because I'm not making music tailored for the radio. I'm just making music. But if you create your own lane, you don't have to worry about that. And you can have a buzz. It's crazy right now. Like Futuristic, his shit isn't on the radio.
Futuristic, that's another one that everybody keep telling me.
Yeah, he's not on the radio.
On that.
He's not on the radio at all, but he has his own lane, his own.
He's got a lot of buzz, especially up in like ASU. Got a lot of people down here. They
that.
Talking about him.
He got a way different crowd, but he has a crowd. You know what I mean? So.
You know Tory Lanez up in Canada?
I know about him. I heard about him.
I used to listen to him a lot in 2012. Like, he was putting out a bunch of mixtapes, a bunch of unreleased songs. He was a rapper then. Now he's like transitioned to that whole like sing rap kind of thing.
He was a rapper.
Yeah.
And then,
But he's always on hooks of people's stuff now, just singing. But more power to him, get your money, man. But in 2012, I thought this dude was the coldest rapper because he was out of Toronto, he was out of Canada, but he wasn't trying to like fuck with Drake or anybody. Not that that's a bad thing, but he wanted to make his own lane. He wanted to make his own original tone for his music. And I think he accomplished that because without OVO, he made it out of Canada. Without Justin Bieber, without anybody like that, he made it out of Canada. He's over here doing tours everywhere, getting on music. And that's the kind of thing I want for people that get on this show. I just want them to be able to get their word out so they can get out there. Because the shit's hard.
Think about it, it's fucking tough, man.
Shit is hard.
It's tough. Cause like if you look at like Futuristic's audience, like I don't know if I'll ever like attract that kind of audience, but his listeners are way different than my listeners would be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like it's just way different trying to like if you have like if you're from a city and trying to like and you have a sound that's really catchy, that's really working for a lot of other people, but you're way different from that sound, it's kind of like, I'm kind of iffy on you. I don't know if I want to take a chance and like give you that kind of
like notoriety.
Yeah, notoriety. Yeah. Like it goes back to the radio. Like if I don't sound like so-and-so, I probably won't get those kind of spins.
I know what you mean. I see. That's the thing about Phoenix that I don't know as a whole yet. Like when you hear music from Atlanta, after a little while you're gonna know it's from Atlanta. When you hear music from Texas, from Houston, after a while you're gonna understand. Like, okay, I understand the difference in these like 808s and these like slower flows and stuff like that. When you get it from California, New York, you're gonna know. But like in Phoenix, I think you're right. It's like we all are. I guess I'm gonna say we all as like a whole here in Phoenix. We all like a style of music. But I don't think that style of music has like a name or a label, or nobody has told us yet. Because when you go to California, of course, you got like, especially like a couple years ago, you had DJ Mustard, you got the whole like YG, everybody down there in LA actually, like Nipsey, Dom Kennedy, all of them. Yeah. DJ Mustard started getting on a lot of the beats, and so you're like, okay, DJ Mustard, he makes a lot of like California, he makes a lot of like SoCal beats and stuff like that. I think. I don't know. Maybe that's what we need. Maybe we need like a producer. Maybe we need like a producer that just starts spreading his shit throughout all like the Arizona rappers, and so you get like an Arizona feel. Yeah. I don't know. It could happen.
Something. We need something, man.
I don't know. You got any last words? We're gonna start wrapping this up. But you got any last words? Want to show love to anybody out there?
One time for my people over at Ninth Unknown. I see you guys, the people out at Boneyard. Yo, I tried to I don't know where the fucking hat is. I was drunk last night, probably lost it. My man Carl Weathers was popping. Everybody like holding me down, like supporting me. I very, very much appreciate it. And yeah, I got this new video out for Abilene coming out this end of this week. What's the date today?
It's got to be like the 10th, 11th. I think it's 11th.
10th or 11th. So it's the 10th or 11th. So if you're seeing this, it's in a couple days probably. It's gonna be released. It's called Abilene. I got this the project, The Window, coming out about 2 or 3 weeks after the video. So be on the lookout for that, man. And just follow me on all social media.
Yeah. What's your Twitter and all that? What's
Twitter,
your SoundCloud?
Twitter is Real Damon Logan. SoundCloud is Real Damon Logan. Instagram is Damon Logan. And yeah, that's it.
That's it and that's all. It's much love to all y'all out there. Nobody out here doing what he does or what I do could have done this without support, because I've had all this stuff for a good 2 months, and if it wasn't for the people constantly trying to push me, I almost gave up because of XYZ reasons. But support goes a long way. So just show love, click some links, and we out. We'll be here next time. Peace. All right, that's it, man. That's it.